Hey guys, what's going on? This is Travis P11. I'd like to welcome you back to the channel, and at this time I'd like to introduce you to my new truck gun. So what I'm doing is putting together a series of videos where I'm going to feature a kit that I'm going to put together with a truck gun bag, a truck gun, a sidearm, some basic accessories, things that I would use to get from point A to point B and back to point A, but not necessarily with my vehicle. If I'd have some sort of emergency situation and I would have to get back home, what I'm putting together is a kit that's essentially the opposite of a bug out bag, right? It's kind of a get home bag, if you will. Now, there's a lot of people that are just going to be content with their sidearm. That's all they would need to get home, depending on the distance you'd have to travel and so on. For me, I might need a little more firepower, which is where the AR-15 pistol is going to come into play. Real quick, let's just talk about some of the features we have on the AR-15 pistol. We'll go through the specifications. So as it is, there's a few items that have been added to this AR-15 pistol. We've got the mag pull handguard on the front. Obviously, PSA offers this option from the factory, but mine came with just a standard handguard, so we've got the mag pull handguard going on. We've got a UTG low-profile flip-up sight, and the blade on the back, the stabilizing fin, is the CAC. It's like a Gen 2 stabilizing fin. It's a little bit different from the Gen 1. As of March of 2022, these are ATF approved, but who knows if they're ever going to change their mind. We've got an MOE pistol grip on the bottom. We've got an MOE trigger guard, and we've also got just a simple Butler Creek 2-point sling. Now, there's a lot of guys that like a 1-point sling or a 2-to-1 adjustable sling. What I like about these Butler Creek slings, they're relatively inexpensive. They've got some neoprene with like a rubberized backing on them. These are super, super comfy for hours and hours of carry, especially if you're out walking long distances, and that's why I like it. As for me, I like things simple. I just like the simplicity of a 2-point sling and what it has to offer. I'm not going to be mounting any kind of optic or any kind of red dot on the top of this AR-15 pistol. I'm keeping it basically as is. The idea is to have this minimalist AR-15 pistol or firearm that, again, I could use as my primary piece in my truck gun bag. All right, so let's go through the specifications on the upper and the lower, and we'll go from there. Alright, so information about the upper. It's the PSA 11.5-inch 5.56 NATO, 1 7-inch twist nitride upper that comes with the bolt carrier group and the charging handle. These do run $269.99. I did have to pay sales tax and shipping, which pushed it close to about $300. Just a few more bits about it. It does have the carbine gas system on it. It does have the nitride finished barrel, chrome moly vanadium barrel steel, 1 7 twist rate like I mentioned before. It does have the F-marked front sight post. It does come originally with the PSA standard handguards, but I got the MOE handguard on here. But again, you can order it with that handguard from PSA like I mentioned earlier. It does have an A2 flash hider, a forged upper receiver, Carpenter 158 bolt, carrier group steel, as well as the charging handle that also comes with it. It's also forged from 7075 T6 A3 aluminum. All right, so as you can see, the firearm is in fact unloaded because we do have the chamber flag in the barrel. Let's go and check out the bolt carrier group real quick and see what it looks like. So this AR-15 pistol has been freshly cleaned, so there's a lot of oil going on here. Again, the overall finish is awesome. It is marked C158 for the Carpenter steel that they use in it, or Carpenter 158 steel. MPI, magnetic particle inspected. Does have some nice staking on the gas key up on the top there. This was not purchased as a blemished item. This was factory new, although it looks like it's never actually been fired before, so I don't know if PSA actually does any test firing on their uppers when they're done with them or not, but everything looks pretty much in line with what I've experienced before with my uppers that I purchased from PSA. Now guys, as for the lower, what we have here is the PSA AR-15 Complete MOE EPT SB-A3 lower. Now, there's a few changes I made to it. First of all, I did put the CAC stability fin on the back, the Gen 2, instead of the SB-A3. It's a little bit lighter, a little bit simpler. I'm actually fine with the fin. As for the trigger pack, I went ahead and put the standard mil-spec trigger pack back in there. And the reason why is because with the EPT trigger pack and the lighter spring, I was actually getting light primer strikes on my 7.62x39 Bear Creek Arsenal upper, even though I had an enhanced firing pin. So going back to just a standard mil-spec trigger pack actually took care of the issues. Now, I could have just swapped out the hammer spring, but I didn't bother with it since I already had a kit sitting around, and I used that EPT parts kit on another build, so it really wasn't a big deal. But overall, again, I'm pretty impressed with it. And it seems to be fairly well done. We'll be taking it out to the range here soon just to get some accuracy testing on it, hopefully this weekend, and just see how well it runs. So I've owned several of the PSA 10.5-inch uppers. Pistol uppers, never had a problem with them before. They always seem to run well. I kind of got away from them for a while, but then I saw the 11.5-inch, which really isn't that big of a deal, but it could add a couple, maybe 100 or 200 feet per second on the rifle round when I'm shooting it. And we'll see if that makes a difference. So I'm excited to take it out to the range. So again, this is just part one of the series, the primary firearm, the PSA 11.5-inch AR-15 pistol. All right, guys, if you like what you see, please make sure that you like and subscribe, and you can check me out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can also find me over on Gunstreamer and UGEtube and guntube.org. Hey guys, while you're at it, make sure you check out my podcasts. I've got 2 different firearms-based podcasts that I do. One of them is on Thursdays from 6 to 7 p.m. Thursday nights over on YouTube. It's called Caliber Corner Weekly Edition. The other podcast that I do is Caliber Corner. It's the weekend edition, which is Saturday mornings at 8 a.m. Central Time. The weekly edition focuses on one particular firearm. The weekend edition focuses on anything that has to do with shooting, the outdoors, prepping, whatever comes to mind, knives and so on. So make sure you check both those podcasts out. I'll put links to those at the end of this video. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. But in the meantime, I think that's it. So you guys have fun. I want you to be safe. And as you know, we will talk to you soon. All right, take care. Bye-bye.